5 totally family-friendly moments in Final Fantasy XIV. Let's see how family-friendly those moments are.
Coomer, degenerate, down bad. Every video and stream has attracted these naysayers.
Starts
According to
interesting.
them, I am far too lewd and need to stop cooming. Apparently, I should be able to read the word come and arrive without snickering like a 7-year-old clown. An impossible request for any gamer, I'm sure you'd agree. And yet it doesn't matter what I say. But chat, the game itself is down bad. Think about all the sussy baka content in this game. And remember, Yoshi P gave it the green light. Why is no one attacking him for being a loud and proud degenerate? I'm being falsely accused, but the chat will hear none of it. Coomer girl, they say. Ayo, they comment. Simp, they
That's your average Twitch chat right there. Like, that's normal. Like my chat sometimes isn't much better, to be honest. Like, that's your average Twitch chat right there.
Cry. Long have I suffered these cruel accusations from the great Final Fantasy XIV community, but no more. It's time I forced you to see the reality that's been staring you in the face all along. This game is Coomer bait. It is designed in such a way that if you are not down bad when you start playing, you will be by the end. And if the existence of Mikote and Vieira aren't proof enough, then fine. I'm going to prove it to you myself. So
that's true, and this is actually what upsets me right now so much about World of Warcraft. Like, there's so many MMOs out there that are so, like, sexualized, you could say, right? And in WoW, they're now censoring a lot of stuff because of some internal issues they had, like, years ago, right? And it was the atmosphere at the job that was the issue and not in-game, right? There's still a lot of dedicated ERP players in WoW and they don't want censorship, right? And now they're pushing the ERP community into other games like Final Fantasy XIV, Lost Ark, and maybe BDO or ESO or something, right? So, yeah, why all the other MMOs, they are so body revealing, you could say, like so sexualized and stuff, but in WoW there needs to be freaking censorship. You need to remove paintings of belly dancers and replace them with paintings of fruits. You have to remove like flirt emotes on certain races, and the trolls, they get the short end of the stick because they only have 2 flirts left, at least the male ones. So the trolls, they are running out of emotes. If Blizzard doesn't add soon more emotes and stuff, it's gonna be terrible because there's not a balance anymore between the races with that. And yeah, like so many MMO games these days are very lewd. It's normal.
Here we go. 5 times that Final Fantasy XIV was not family-friendly. And not to sound like a typical YouTuber or anything, but number 5 on the list
is Limsa Lominsa family-friendly?
Let's start number 1 exactly the same way the game devs did, coming right out of the gate swinging with Sastasha. Some of you already know where I'm going with this, but there's probably a big percentage of players who have wiped all memories of this baby dungeon and the entirety of 2.0 out of their minds. That's fine.
But this one on Rogue first, I think.
And I'll share with you the horrors that I have seen. To sum it up in one sentence, Sastasha is a dungeon where you pummel some pirates and rescue some maidens. But rescuing them from what? Captivity? What kind of captivity? Curious indeed. Well, no worries, because there's an optional little cell called the Hole, which you need a key to unlock.
The Hole?
And inside, you will find the captive.
Oh, we opened this one.
Don't worry, the in-game speech bubbles make it impossible for any ambiguity to exist here whatsoever. Not only is this pretty dark, but this cat girl in particular is really talkative and will happily encourage you to slip them between the legs and also beg you for mercy because
that's indicating something.
Hey yo, wanna know something real interesting about this little group of Lalafels here though? There are Lalafell captives, but no Lalafell pirates. The implications here...
OMG, and they look like children. Holy shit, this is like not even legal anymore. What the heck? Like, that's crazy. There's so much super evil stuff in FF14 and nobody freaking complains, and people still think like everything is so innocent in there and stuff. Holy shit. I can't go through this dungeon and have innocent thoughts anymore. Like, seriously. Like, the first time I did it, was it on my... Which class was it actually I did this? I was Lancer, I think, not a Rogue. Rogue was like the second attempt I had there, right? So yeah, I went there on a Lancer, and I didn't think about anything bad even when I saw them. I thought those were just regular captives. But then again, I didn't pay so much attention to what they are saying and stuff. Holy shit. Yo, that's super dark right there. And yeah, by the way, guys, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget hit that subscribe button for more MMO content. And yo, I need to get back there and read this stuff. That's crazy.
Are absolutely massive, for her anyway. And this introduction to dungeon gameplay got the gold Yoshi P stamp of approval. Chew on that for a second. Number 2 is the Yulmore Beehive. I feel like it's unnecessary for me to expand on any of this. Please, just feast your eyes on this pure abomination. Yulmore itself was introduced to us as a place of utter
There's a dude pole dancing?
At least it's equal opportunity. And? Check these abs right next to this casually outfitted cat girl. I do respect the balance. But rather than this place
that's a strip club basically, so what?
Complete, it stays 100% intact. And not only that, oh no, if you're a crafter, your mission is going to be making this place more powerful. You will work yourself to the bone, gathering materials and crafting supplies for this cultured mission, spreading the good beehive word across the world with pride and warmth in your heart.
I like that name.
You have become the co-owner of what is essentially a glorified strip club. And naturally, there's a cat boy at the helm of the establishment, and you can dress him up however you want. In a maid dress or a schoolgirl outfit if you really want to nowadays. Somehow,
interesting.
This is probably the least questionable part about all of this. Because hey, you run the beehive dictatorship. And if you say the cat boy greets everyone in 2B pants, then he'd better get it done. Number 3 is the Bukai-sen Hot Springs in Kugane. This place is honestly just one gut punch after another. First, you're greeted by this Rogadin who will give you a mini heart attack with his flesh-toned underwear, but
yeah, this basically it. Holy shit.
By far, the best part of this interaction is this little dude over here who just read it for yourself. My man is down fucking bad. But it's normal in Japan to be naked in the open bath, so maybe this is just a cultural thing. Oh,
you know what? That was like I went to not Japan but to Taiwan, and I traveled there before, and there were also hot springs. I actually nearly once went to one, but I wasn't sure at like what I must bring. Like, do I have to bathe there like freaking naked? Because I'm not used to do that like in front of others and stuff. So I was like, what should I do? Like, what? And then like I wanted to travel there with someone, with a friend of mine, but then the weather was really terrible, and it was like raining so heavily on that day that we actually canceled the trip. This is very unfortunate because I went to Taiwan, was it like in around June or something, and there's like a heavy raining season. I think it starts like around May, goes till June, and you have like so much rain there in Taiwan, in Taipei area. So I couldn't go to the hot springs, unfortunately, but maybe in the future eventually I will check out some hot springs.
Don't worry, it doesn't end like that. They double all the way down. I'm really concerned about their obsession with Rogadin men here in Kugane, and I'm not sure why this random guy is helping him, unless the hot springs has hired
maybe they love masculinity.
And there are these girls over here being super friendly and inviting me to bathe with them. Wait, it's just me, right?
They're a bit too open.
Ugh, yeah, I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I'm just gonna sit here under this waterfall and think back to that one quest line here where there's a guy who's obsessed with his actress. But
is it just me, or does this waterfall look like a freaking dick? Holy shit! What the heck is going on here? That's a freaking dick.
One quest line here where there's a guy who's obsessed with his actress, but when you talk to the actress, you find out the entire cast is made up of men. But rather than ending his simp career then and there, that
there
guy
are 2 rocks next to the waterfall.
Gave into his femboy fetish. Now just imagine if it had been a femboy row. Number 4 is sinister. It isn't any place in specific, but instead reveals a criminal syndicate that's gone unpunished for far too long. The overworld cat girls. There are so many horrible examples that I can hardly count them all.
Aren't many of them dancers?
Low-hanging fruit here.
You know what? There are like a lot of dancers there. Oh, and she's just showing it. Yeah, in Ulda. Like, that's normal. There are so many freaking Mikote dancers. Yeah, they're like basically belly dancer strippers and stuff.
Namely the cat girls who are doomed to dance forever in the square of Ulda, and the cat girls that are always at Master Gekaruju's service. Yeah. In particular, there's a fate that wants you to guide a scantily clad cat girl.
Oh, yeah, I've done this before.
By him, so that's pretty rated E
She's
for escort.
going to
But
meet a
we're
customer,
not here
basically.
to talk about simple shit like that. Oh no. I'm gonna bring us all the way back to 1.0 and unearth the sad truth that's been staring us in the face all along. The companion system. See, at a certain point in the one...
I'm wondering what Blizzard is thinking about that stuff, because it's also in-game, but we don't have stuff like that. But it's good that I actually play multiple MMOs, but yeah. What does this say here? Path companions were special non-player characters from the original version of Final Fantasy XIV. Partners selected by the player who appeared in some cutscenes, being the main character. Okay. Why were they removed though? Path companions were removed from the plot at the start of the 7th Umbrella Era storyline and completely in the Realm Reborn's relaunch. Oh shit, that would be actually nice if you could have some sort of companion.
1.0 story, Totaro gave you the option to choose a companion, which could be any race or gender. They each had their own unique personalities, and I'm going to give you one single guess for what the personality of the female Mikote was. And if you said wholesome and energetic, you're in for a fucking treat. Allow me to do a dramatic interpretation of her sweet nothings. Unless I'm mistaken, and I'm usually a very good judge of length. These little fellows are far from home. Of course, I'd be willing to try anything if you ask me nicely, Warrior of Light. What would you have us do? Oh, and don't be jealous of my gentleman friend, Warrior of Light.
Holy
I'd
shit.
happily do the same for you if you'd only give me directions.
They should have not
That's
removed
my
that.
Warrior of Light always letting me go first. As we're both members of the fairer sex, shouldn't we be taking it in turns or arriving at the same time? I thought of something daring we might try together. Needless to say, it's the sort of thing that should be discussed face to face and far from the eyes of our fellow walkers. I'll be waiting for you at the Gold Cordonal Dog. And hurry, darling. You know
Oh,
how I
wow.
miss you. Let me say it again.
Holy
This
shit.
was 1.0, the sickly grandfather of this game, but the one that inspired it nonetheless. If anyone in the court today would still like to argue for the cat girl's innocence, be my guest in the comments.
You know what's interesting? I didn't see all those things. Like, I noticed like there's some stuff like that in-game, but I haven't noticed that as heavily as now after watching Lucy Pyre's video here. Like, holy shit. That game is like more lewd than I thought it would be. Like, holy shit. Like, what's going on there? Holy crap.
May even do a Redditor-style debate with you, as tradition requires. Come on, it'll be real fun. And number 5 ties it all together. Rather than having this entry come as a shock
What's
or a
coming now?
revelation, I think this is something you saw coming from a mile away.
Usually
The
last
most
part is the
impure
biggest
place in
part.
all of Final Fantasy XIV? You guessed it. Hildebrand trial. Fuck, Ultras.
OMG, what the heck?
Sorry, that's for a later video.
You got
I meant to
tentacles?
say Limsa Lamenza. Yep. Just Limsa. The entire community has turned this starting city into a complete meme. No one can say the name Limsa Lamenza without having war flashbacks to the pink-haired cat girl that did a /blow kiss emote at them unprompted. We can't...
You know what I think of each time I read Limsa Lominsa? I think about some Harry Potter spell or something. Like, seriously. Like I'm imagining a wizard with a wand and saying something like Limsa Lominsa or something like that. That's what's crossing my mind when I think about Limsa Lominsa. I think about Harry Potter.
Forget the glamours we've seen, the interactions we've witnessed, the YouTube content documenting the degeneracy. But can we truly blame
that
the
video by
players
Mr.
for all of
Esmongold.
this? It's almost as if the devs themselves wanted this to happen. Not only are pirates inherently vulgar, but you have this place for crying out loud. It's an all-women's bar called The Missing Member. The only two men here are the bartender and this lady's poor victim. Take a little stroll over to them and you'll overhear something truly sick. He says he can't keep going, but this harlot demands another round of oysters for him. Oysters just so happen to be classed as an aphrodisiac, and they also look like, well, you know, yes. Everything leads back to Limsa.
How does this guy not
Limsa
vomit?
is the alpha and the omega. And that's exactly why it's dominant and insanely breedable. Maybe, instead of clowning on the people who sell their ERP in the town square, you should place more blame on Yoshi P for brainwashing everyone who dares to press game start. But what am I getting at here? Well, this definitely isn't me saying that the degeneracy and open sus behavior is a bad thing in this game. In fact, I personally appreciate it. It's not
Yeah.
super in your face, but it's there. And I much prefer a casual attitude towards it than an openly negative one. It's kind of refreshing. So don't shun your degeneracy. Don't shame yourself for laughing at the opening of Heavensward. What I'm saying is, embrace the coup, for it is part of being a full-fledged adult who has realized there is no
Holy
such
shit.
thing as being mature. There's only lying to yourself and being honest. Nothing will bear
Okay.
a man's soul to you more than watching him laugh at
What the
filthy
heck?
adventurer plates. Unless you're asexual, then you don't need to coom. I mean, you can if you want to, though. I'm not stopping you. It's not that I control you or anything. It's just, wait, no, hold on. You get what I'm saying, right?
Okay. Holy shit, that was an interesting video. Like, my innocent view on certain things in the game has completely changed now after this. I can no longer go to certain areas and feel or think the same. Like, holy shit, I actually... Like, I knew there was, like, some perverted stuff in-game, right? Like, some more intimate scenes and stuff. Like, not scenes, but, like, dialogues and stuff. But I didn't know it was, like, that extreme. Like, holy shit, and with, like, the freaking hot springs, what's going on there? Like, I need to check out those hot springs at some point. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure how family-friendly Final Fantasy XIV is. I'm starting to question if this game is even for, like, kids and stuff. Wait, what is the age restriction, actually, of FF14? What is the age restriction? You are kidding me. It says here 12 years. You have to be 12 years to play this game. What? That's not possible. With such stuff in game, this is at least 16, I think. You have to be at least 16 or something. Okay, that's quite fascinating. But yeah, that's interesting. So, what do you guys think about those parts? You know what? I actually like that there is some stuff like that in game and that there's more diversity. Like, I love when games have a lot to offer. Like, even for the it should offer everything for all scenes, right? It should offer something for the ERP scene, for the RP scene, for the hardcore raiding scene, for the PvP scene. Like, the perfect MMO has everything in it. Even freaking housing. Like, I think housing is also very, very important for MMOs. Like, maybe Blizzard doesn't see it with, like, WoW, but I was playing a lot of ESO in the past as well, and housing was such a big thing. Like, people would spend weeks in their houses, months even, to decorate and stuff. I had, like, one friend that bought a freaking mansion, and he was farming gold for months to buy this. And once he had this mansion, he started decorating so heavily. And he would, like, write in guild chat, hey, wanna do this and that because I need this certain chair, I need this certain painting, I still need to kill this boss and get his head so I can have a trophy in my house. Like, I had one friend that was, like, crazy about housing. So yeah, I think it's good that you have the ERP element there as well with all that. Yeah, I don't get why WoW needs to be censored when the competition doesn't need to get censored. It's strange. But yeah, guys, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. And I will see you guys next time.